Introducing first, fighting out of the Grand Victoria Casino Elgin, blue corner, wearing red trunks trimmed with black. He stands in at 5 feet 9 inches tall. Official weight, 145 pounds. Professional record is impressive as he has 12 wins against 7 defeats. Representing the Central Illinois Combat Club and coming to us from Canton, Illinois, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Wade, the Last Dogman Choate. And his adversary across the cage to my left, fighting out of the Mio Fight Gear red corner. He wears green trunks. He stands in at 5 feet 7 inches tall. Official weight, 145 pounds. Professional record is outstanding as he has 30 victories against 13 defeats. Representing Team Curran. And coming to us from Maple Valley, Washington, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC lightweight champion of the world, Jens Little Evil Pulver.
Hands up, Jens!
Here we go, our main event of the evening. Jens Pulver wearing the green trunks, wearing the red. Wade Choate. Jens Pulver and Wade Choate, no touch gloves. The stare down yesterday during weigh-ins was intense, as both fighters know a lot is on the line.
Yeah, basically Pulver knows that he really needs to win this fight tonight. I mean, it's all or nothing.
Nice front kick to open up by Little Evil. Jens Pulver has been with Team Curran for several months now. Has went ahead and a nice front kick to open up by Pulver. Pulver is a southpaw. Told me earlier during the week that expect to see some different things that you've never seen out of Jens Pulver. Wants to show off some of the new tools that he's developed at Team Curran, Lisa.
And it's impressive that, you know, he's at Team Curran. He's definitely, you know, trying to up his game any way he possibly can. And a lot of people, you know, said, you know, if you read online, you know, there's a lot of people that put Jens down, but let's get for real. You know, this guy has had an incredible career. He's dropped down to this level. He's been a UFC champion. And sometimes, you kind of look at his 2007 fight against BJ Penn, and, you know, he lost to BJ Penn in that fight, and he was never really the same after that fight.
No, I mean, and he went on a little bit of a rough skid. I mean, he lost to Uriah Faber. He lost to also Javier Vasquez, but he lost to some top-level fighters in the WEC. That's now been consolidated into the UFC. But Jens Pulver went on a little bit of a rough run, but, you know, he fought some top-level competition, so it's not like he was losing to low-level fighters. He was losing to world-class opposition. Jens Pulver with a nice shot to the body. And again, looking for that straight left hand that made him famous, that allowed him to get to the UFC lightweight kingpin.
Now, for Choate, I mean, if you take a look at Choate, most of his fights have actually been won or lost in the first round. So, you know, he had told me last night, I really want to keep the standing as much as possible, even realizing the fact that, you know, Jens throws, you know, it's got powerful punches.
Well, Jens told me prior to his last fight that he's like Seabiscuit. Once he learns how to win again, he's going to be very dangerous, and that's exactly what seems to be happening. His confidence is there. He's been training with the likes of Pat Curran, Bart Palashevsky, 2 top-level lightweights, and he even said that he can't believe how big the lightweights are now in the world of the UFC and Bellator and Strikeforce, because it's a bigger level of athlete, which is why he's now campaigning in the featherweight division. And
that's what's so impressive about, you know, this game to begin with, is the fact that the younger guys that are coming up right now are extreme. I mean, their skill set alone is just so well trained. It's pretty amazing.
And a nice kick that lands for Jens Pulver. Down goes Choate. Choate is hurt from that kick to the body. Pulver looking to close out Wade Choate. That hurt Wade Choate. You could tell he winced in pain. What a devastating body kick that landed for Little Evil.
And he knows. I mean, Choate knew coming.
Ending tonight. You know, he's bouncing on the balls of his feet. kind of feinting back and forth, using some nice feints, using that jab, and then following it up with that straight left down the pipe.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have to realize, Jens has been around for quite a while. He fought in Pride, in the UFC for a number of years, left, and then came back again.
Jens knows what it's like to fight under the bright lights. Sold out crowd here, Chicago Cage Fighting Championship here in Villa Park, Illinois at the Odeum Expo Center. Wade Choate and Jens Pulver, the main event of the evening here tonight. Ray Flores, Lisa Prady, nice head kick that lands for Choate. And an uppercut, 10 seconds to go in the first round as we are scheduled for 3. Jens with a misses, they come inside and that ends round 1.
And Choate was able to get one in there in the last few seconds.
Round 1 but he looks in tip-top physical shape for this fight. He knows that he's looking to get right back to that high level of the sport, to that pantheon, and he knows it starts here tonight.
I mean, he knows he has there's a limited window there. He's 36 years old. The talent out there, the younger guys are getting, better and better, each and every year. So, yeah, this is pretty much it. But you know what? You got to give Choate a lot of credit here. He still has a lot of energy going into the second round. He was hit a number of times in the first round by Pulver. And, he's still ready to go.
Right now, Wade Choate trying to go into the clinch. But a nice job of jabbing. Wade Choate coming in. And a side kick, unorthodox, by Wade Choate.
I mean, so far we're seeing this second round, as, standing and banging.
Jens Pulver trying to walk down Wade Choate. Wade Choate's doing a nice job of counter-punching in the second round. In the first round, I think you could give it to Jens Pulver with the way his, cage generalship and his ability to land some nice strikes and several straight left hands. But right now, Wade Choate's doing a nice job of fighting backwards and counter-punching, Lisa.
And you got to think that, for Choate in the first round there's some nerves going on. I mean, he is fighting a legend.
As Jens Pulver comes in with the jab. And a kick that gets caught by Jens Pulver. Down goes Choate. Choate, I give him credit. He was hurt, and a lot of the wind came out of him with that body kick that Jens landed. And it seemed like he was on the verge of being stopped, but he remained and kept his wits about him to continue in this fight. Sensational. Dig into the body. Does Jens Pulver. He's been working with Dr. Doug Mango, the boxing coach with Team Curran. And as we mentioned, working with the likes of, Pat Curran, who's getting ready to challenge Eddie Alvarez on April 2nd. Mohegan Sun Casino, Bellator. Bart Palashevsky, UFC lightweight. Jeff Curran. Felice Herrig, he also works with Felice as well,
right,
who was victorious tonight.
And the fact that, Herrig as well as Pulver are featured in Supremacy MMA, I mean, that is just so cool. I'm just so excited to play that game.
Felice Herrig, Michelle Gutierrez, the first 2 female fighters to be featured in Supremacy MMA, the video game. Also, Jens Pulver, it hit store shelves in the month of June on PS3 and Xbox 360. And Jens Pulver has really been a focal point of that marketing campaign, Supremacy MMA, the video game. And right now, he looks outstanding. Yeah, but also a nice back kick, spinning back kick, and Pulver wants to answer back with a kick of his own. Jens is cautious. I mean, I'm a little interested in seeing Jens did not want to get into a firefight, and he's not doing so. But Wade Choate is doing a nice job of backpedaling and being a counter-puncher in the second round, Lisa.
Yeah, I mean, Pulver is really being extremely calculated on what he's throwing up against Choate.
10 seconds to go in the second round. Jens Pulver, Wade Choate, main event, Chicago Cage Fighting Championship, as we are heading towards the third and final round. This is the third and final round. Ray Flores, Lisa Prady, cage side here. Sold out Odeum in Villa Park. Jens Pulver wearing the green trunks, wearing the red and black. Wade Choate through 2. Lisa, how do you have it?
I'm going to say, with Pulver being the aggressor in the second round, I'm going with Pulver.
Pulver seemed to be pushing the action in rounds 1 and 2. Jens Pulver with a record of 30-13, looking to get back to that big show, either Bellator, Strikeforce, possibly even the UFC. But he knows he has a lot of work to do in order to get back to that level. Looking for that potent straight left hand. That left hand has been a key to victory for Jens Pulver for almost a decade now. Helped propel him to become the UFC lightweight champion. Defeated BJ Penn in the process.
Yeah, I mean, like you said earlier, he's had some, top competition, top fighters that he's beat.
Well, he fought the biggest fight at the time in featherweight history when he fought Uriah Faber before 15,000 fans at the Arco Arena in Sacramento. Then he fought him again before another ruckus crowd. You know, Jens Pulver does not shy away from anybody. He will fight the who's who and has done so throughout his entire career. And that's why I believe he's such a great person to campaign on with Supremacy MMA, the video game, because of how long he has been campaigning and fighting at the top of the heap. And an inside front kick that lands for Wade Choate. Now Wade Choate trying to bring the fight to Jens Pulver.
He is, and you know what, if I'm correct on this, I believe that Jens never lost a fight when he was in the UFC.
No, I don't believe so.
I don't believe he ever lost a fight in the UFC.
Correct.
So when he came back in 2006, he beat Joe Lawson in a knockout in just 48 seconds.
And then he goes ahead and fights BJ Penn, was obviously the coach of the Ultimate Fighter. We had an opportunity to see more of the personality of Jens. That Jens is one of the first guys one of the pioneers with Miletich fighting systems. At a time they had the likes of Pat Miletich there. Tim Sylvia was the world champion. You know, Matt Hughes, Spencer Fisher, Jens Pulver. I mean, you can only imagine the training sessions and the sparring sessions that ensued at Miletich fighting systems.
Oh yeah, and the fact that Jens has fought a number of different weights. I think right now he is the most comfortable though at 145.
Well, he even said that 155, it's a bigger group of fighter. You know, Pat Curran, Bart Palashevsky, guys he goes against on a consistent basis. It's different. You know, it's a different level of athlete. Look at what we're seeing now in the light heavyweight division. John Bones Jones. The list goes on and on. It's a different caliber of athlete, which is why Jens is fighting in the featherweight division.
Well, Choate is still hanging with him. Neither one looked tired whatsoever.
No, Wade Choate is actually a training partner to former UFC welterweight Kenny Robertson. Has Bob Long in his corner. So Wade Choate knows what it's like to train with some top level fighters. You know, Kenny Robertson, a Bellator veteran and a UFC vet, and realize that this is his moment. But he's got to find a way, Lisa, to bring the fight to Jens, because Jens is walking him down and is really controlling the inside and the center of that cage.
He is. I mean, Jens is the one who's being the aggressor here, and Choate is just kind of like, just standing there and waiting to see what Pulver's going to throw at him.
Nice body
He needs
punches.
to be the one to start throwing.
And a head kick that misses for Jens Pulver. Jens is very comfortable, going almost for a takedown, but shrugging him off. It's Jens Pulver. 10 seconds to go in our main event of the evening. Jens Pulver looks to be in line to a winner. We'll see how the judges have it. Pulver coming forward. A body shot, and that ends the fight.
That's it.
That is the end of the fight.
I think Pulver's I think he's actually a little disappointed. I really do.
Yeah,
I think he really wanted to either submit him or knock him out at some point.
Jens always seems to go for the finish, and he is not happy. Doesn't seem to be happy with his performance. Lisa, we'll see how the judges have it rendered, and then we'll wrap up the evening here at the Onim Expo Center here in Villa Park. We'll see what the judges have to say. After 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards. Judge Calvin Caldwell scores the bout 29-28 for Choate. Judge Brian Pacillo scores the bout 29-28 Pulver. And Judge Rob Madrigal scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Jens